Hello people and welcome to follow another World Team Carcassonne Online Championships match, this time between Chile and Greece. This is a Group D of the Season 6, and as we can see here, in Group D, Chile so far has not played any matches yet, so naturally showing all zeros. Greece, on the other hand, has taken a win against, I believe it was against the UK with 3-2 just last week, and so thus far they have a short unbreakable winning streak. Certainly looking forward to make that jump from from 1 win to 2 wins and taking at least momentarily the first spot of Group D would certainly put some smiles on the Greek players' faces, but Chile obviously not looking forward to give any kind of free wins away. They do have a strong roster, uh, rather full of expert players, and I believe even some masters, or at least players who have reached a master rank before. So on table 1 we have Tito Arce versus Asksetos, the Greek captain, Georgios Kyriasidis. Table 2, Horimela, the captain of Chile, with the screen name vainiria, and he will be having a very difficult opponent as he will be playing against what I would call the pride of Greece, Pantelis Litsardopoulos, who is the only player in the world who has reached the the World Championship finals 5 times in a row on 5 consecutive years. And those years have not been the only ones that he has attended the World Championships. He notably was participating as the representative of Greek just last year in 2024. So Pantelis is certainly not really looking forward to stopping anytime soon. Horim, of course, also has been representing Chile in the World Championships in 2023, so also does have experience from the high competitive fields. Then on table 3, Adam Lacheras versus Vasilis Chafos under the alias Empatis. Table 4, King Mauri versus Dimitris Ventouris with the screen name Jim V. And finally on table 5, HT Bry versus Andreas Karagianopoulos. Most likely butchered that name, but these are unfortunately long names. That's what Greek people do. If you do want to see a specific duel or a game, then do let me know in the chat, and we will accommodate your needs as best as possible. But until then, we will be focusing, I think, as starters on the star match on table 2 with Vainiria and a Dark Passenger, and then we will be moving upwards or downwards from there on the other tables 1, 3, 4, and 5. a reminder that this is, of course, best of 3 duels, and due to these matches being played via PGA tournaments, there is no control over the starting player. So the other player might start even all 3 games in case might start even all 3 games in case it gets down to a decider. So that is a bit of unfortunate thing to happen this year. But since they are completely 50-50, I believe, with the starting player chances for either player, then the luck should even out. If not for individual players, then amongst the team in general. So we are immediately seeing the best possible starting tile for Horim as he grabs the extender and starts off a potential 8-point city. Pantelis takes a road actually instead of the city cap, which is, I think, is it? I mean, is it an inaccuracy? I'm not sure actually. I do kind of like this move because it takes away or it takes the 2-point road, of course, but also it leaves the city cap hanging around to a spot that if Horim decides to take it, as he did, then it creates a attacking platform to the potential city of Horim, and this is exactly what we saw here happening. So vainiria took the 4 points, and then Pantelis immediately taking advantage of the situation, attacking the city and forcing vainiria to, well, at least find a divider on the square. If not, if these 2 city parts are not entirely unified. So an indirect continuation of the road by Pantelis, and trying to, I would say, probably turn the road leftwards, trying to do exactly or prevent the divider going in the square, because this secondary part of the city is extremely difficult to actually complete, and that is not in the plans of Pantelis. Vainiria keeps the chances of the divider alive and also attacks the road. Completely normal move. And we see Pantelis starting a new city, immediately getting messed with by Horim. Not sure if this is the right way to go. I mean, it does restrict the city a lot, but there are still all 3 starting tiles remaining into this square, and usually at the start of the game, it is not that useful to block, because the blocks are rather rarely going to be entirely successful. But in this case, there might be a chance, as Pantelis does not get a saving tile for his city, and maybe he would even take these 4 points and continue this as a ruin. It doesn't happen, and I believe it is the best course of action for Horim to simply go over here and ensure the block of this city. Also meeple this, of course, like he does. And now, what is the course of action for Pantelis? He is, of course, going to be looking to turning this city into a ruin. Sadly for him, though, the best ruin tile is gone, so the quad city. So the triple cities and extenders will have to do for the growth of the ruin, but it shouldn't be a problem at all. Horim likely going to be finishing up the city for points, then maybe even in the future grabbing a Dorito and pointing the city to the right so that Horin will thus be able to prevent any kind of expansion of this ruin. And a continuation or a closure of the road is about to come, or most likely is about to come. Also maybe comes with a field meeple, although maybe that's a bit too early, but it does have 6 points on the field, and maybe there's a chance for 9 points if a divider hits. So still looks to be a meeple which is going to be justified. I mean, I really don't see an issue with this field growing into at least 9 points. It does have some green squares here, and it can also, in some scenarios, grow over on here with like a dagger perhaps or something else. And actually a really nice observation there by Pantelis. So usually the immediate move is to go over here and restrict it to a dagger, but Pantelis, taking his time, notices that all 5 vanillas are already out. So no vanillas are remaining in the square, and Vainiria also already needs the dividers on this square, and now on this square as well. Now, although there are still the field Doritos fitting in this square, which makes this city very much still alive, I think it is a very niche and a nice observation indeed from Pantelis, which should, I think, increase his winning chances here. Now, a chance for Vainiria to add 1 point to the ruin of Pantelis and stop it from growing. I think this is an essential thing that Vainiria should be doing. This one, not so much. Uh, First of all, because this move did not have any kind of urgency to it, it exposes the city to blocks, whether it was going to be to blocks such as directing a road downwards here or limiting this city to a vanilla which no longer exists. But Vainiria decided that it was going to be important for him to unify the roads and to try and create, or to simply create a threat of the completion of the city. Unfortunately for him, the plan does fail, and well, it's not too bad in itself. Like, it's still 5 points for the ruin, and currently this ruin only scores 3 points, and Horim is at the moment ahead on the scoreboard and has the control of the field. So currently Horim is doing just fine. Now, this potential ruin expansion is still an issue. It is still an issue, and any triple cities are likely going to be just very swiftly added onto here for Pantelis, and Vainria should really have a lightning fast move over here, but for some reason he was taking his time to think through it. Not sure what he was thinking, but But yeah, this should definitely be a very standard move. Also, not entirely sure of the decision of Pantelis here, so had the chance to connect these city parts together, preventing exactly this divider from happening and bringing this field value to 9 points from 6. But I guess just the shield had too much weight on the scale for Pantelis and decided to add it to his own feature instead. I can It's some unnecessary amount of greed, but I can empathize with that. Also, there was maybe a possibility that if these city parts were to be connected, then Vainiria simply goes over here with a second meeple, attacks, and threatens to actually maybe even take control of the entire structure. So there is a simple blocking move possibility for Vainiria, but it isn't really crucial because there are only 3 tiles that fit here. Instead, decides to go for the double blocking purpose, which is actually an okay move. So the idea was that not only did Horim get a platform to block this square, but he was also getting a platform to restrict this square to a crossroad and thus prevent the road snatching of Pantelis. Unfortunately, not quite a successful plan, but a nice effort nonetheless. Then, a field Dorito for Horim. What do you do? Well, there's a threat, an imminent threat of an 8-point city getting completed. There's also still this one, but now blocking this ruin really doesn't have that much value any longer because Pantelis has the other one as well here. So now I believe it is just best to leave both of these be. Maybe like just use one straight road here, just for like to be sure, to be sure, to be sure. And if you don't have anything better to do with a straight road or a curve for that matter, whatever. So we take a new city, which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which can't really be completed with Doritos, or at least you shouldn't count on it being completed with Doritos because there are only 3 remaining, and both dividers are now also out. But triangles do come to Horim's hand, but does he want to actually go with them? Though there are still triple cities, a lot of triple cities, like 5 triple cities to go. So he would have 7 tiles to fit into this square. So it's still okay. And I think this is also the correct side to make the continuation from, because we want to place a tile here or here now to make a platform for a full block of this potential 8-point city. And if we were to make it here, then Pantelis could go here with a semi-save and then create a counter threat to this city of forming a platform to future attack. And now, as Vainiria, I think it's totally fine to actually do a lot of things. We could go here. We could go here. We could do maybe even something like this. A lot of potential stuff But what do we like the most? Um, Honestly, I think I would just want to go here like as soon as possible, just to create the threat of finishing a 10-point city. Because, like, again, if we don't go here with a triple city, then we only have 2 Doritos, and 2 Doritos is not really much, especially with 30 tiles remaining. We could be stuck with this city for a long, long time. 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 2 Doritos. So not really a fan of waiting for them. Yeah, this is also fine. So harasses the road, harasses the city, is gonna bring some trouble for it. Now, not sure if that's all that likely to get blocked. I would argue not, because there are still daggers remaining, there are still starting tiles remaining, and there are still city crossroads remaining. Well, city crossroad remaining. But I would say that now a justifiable move that we could do is actually to go here or to go here. Either way, starting a monastery with 3 meeples in the hand is a decent way to go. Or maybe actually this might be even better, and pointing the road downwards, creating a 3-point road. Yeah, but this is the most natural looking spot, which I can't blame Horim for. It also has a clear secondary monastery spot right next to it, so that will also nicely work out if we get multiple monasteries for us. A clear move, finishing the city, and I don't think we drop a farmer here. I don't think we do. Nice. Good control from Horim. Pantelis will have an easy decision here, just going over here and turning this city into actually what looks to be a third ruin, including this and this and this. Pantelis now goes for a farmer, but this is exactly why we didn't actually want to drop a second farmer yet, because we kind of want to bait Pantelis to drop a farmer here first, and then we drop a second farmer here as vainiria, because we have the meeple majority. We also see that the final triangle is being drawn by Pantelis, so no triangles at all remain in this square. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3 triple cities are the only ones that fit here. So that should actually be somewhat scary for Horim, but I think we can come on top of that. Now, we have a lot of options, so we can get 2 points on our monasteries. We can try to start blocking over here, or we can drop a second farmer on a 12-point field. All totally viable options. I think I would be actually more inclined to maybe just adding 2 points here. Yeah. And looks like it was, at least for now, the right call. Vainiria even goes for a third monastery here, and is now left with only 1 meeple in hand, but this monastery is easily recovered, as we can see immediately here, getting 3 points, a meeple back, and then 2 on 3 meeple action. Yep, there is no need to meeple the field, it is only 6 points, and this field is the main is the main field anyway, on which Pantelis is very likely to actually attack right now. I would be surprised if he doesn't. So going over here and dropping another farmer should, I think, be the action for Pantelis. Because otherwise it's going to be red that goes over here, and you really don't want to see that because this field is otherwise really difficult to attack too. Like there aren't almost any connection opportunities. Like instead, on, besides this one, there's only like a bit distant opportunities, maybe like going here with a with a city tile with a road, and then and then connecting through a curve, or maybe a monastery if you go with a city tile plus field, like those kind of options. But I'm really surprised by the move of Pantelis. I mean, he takes a 6-point field when he could attack on a 12-point field. I don't get this really. I don't think it's a good move. But that is the decision made. Vainiria immediately connects to the field. Yeah, I don't think he should actually take this city, as he does not, because it can be rather easily blocked, or at least severely restricted. It's good to keep one meeple in hand for future quick points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Still one crossroad remaining after the one that Pantelis has in hand. And there are also, future monasteries, so maybe we get like a curve here, another monastery here, we meeple another one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Only one curve really actually remaining. But looks like there are a bunch of straight roads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still 3 straight roads, and oh, okay. Okay. So instead of taking 4 points, Pantelis decides that he's gonna really go for the completion of the city, and he looks to be very, very near it. And unfortunately for Horim, I think we have to go here. I think we have to prevent this from being completed, and we have to concede a lot of points in order to prevent this completion. It is unfortunate, but I do think we have to make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. There are 2 city caps remaining. 2 city caps. So I really do think we have to just concede 3 points here or here and just simply expand this city and reduce the chances of it being completed by tiles to like chances of Pantelis getting the necessary tiles from 50%, no, actually from 75% to 25%, because at the moment Pantelis needs to only get one of the 2 remaining uh, city caps, whereas now he needs to get both of the remaining city caps, and that is much less likely. So I do think we are making the right decision here. 8 points ahead, 11, 17, 21, 22, 26, and the field. So 38 points, 34, 29, 23, 20, 15, 10, 8. I think we are +8 at the moment as red, so our situation looks to be quite good indeed. We could go over here and threaten the completion of the city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we could definitely go over here. Maybe even pointing to the left, so that then the blockade would be more difficult to do, but okay. I mean, I can understand this. So vainiria, being 8 points ahead, decides that he's going uh, to reduce the chances of this city being completed from 25% to 0%. So he's not even taking the the remote chance of this city getting completed. Also takes away a monastery spot, but there is, I guess, now a chance for Pantelis to attack the field from well, either from here or from here through a monastery indeed. But that might be decent for vainiria actually. Even with the connection to the field, vainiria would be -5. And this tile, this will help tremendously. It will help tremendously vainiria as he gets the last remaining crossroad. So now this meeple is trapped. Or is it? Oh wait, it might not be, because there is still a road Dorito. No, not a road Dorito, but a uh, a road monastery, which could still go over here, and then a curve, which actually makes me think that Pantelis is actually deciding on whether he should go for maybe this and drop a farmer on the upper side, then go for the road monastery, and then maybe a curve right here, and even get a meeple back. Or he just goes for a connection from here. That could also work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So still 2 curvy tiles remaining. And vainiria simply takes 6 points for the monastery. Also gets a curve. That's another 3 points. Oh, no, wait. What are we doing? Why are we going over here? Ah, wait. Yeah, I guess we had a chance to get a meeple out. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we take 2 points instead of 3. And, well, Pantelis, I guess nothing better to do than maybe go over here. Yeah, for 3 points. And then vainiria taking another 1 point. And then Pantelis does get the connection. And we do get another 1 pointer. So actually, no, but given that actually only the only tile that fit over here was the road monastery, then it was still better to go with the curve on this spot for 1 extra point, because we still get the exact same odds of getting our meeples back. So we did miss out on 1 point as Horim, which is it going to be decisive? I don't think it is. Actually, also look at the times here. Only less than 1 minute remaining for Horim and 12 seconds remaining for Pantelis. Whoa. But the game ends in a 5-point win for Horim indeed. So Is this a start of an upset? Maybe. Maybe it is. Let's take a look at how the other tables are currently doing. So we have a lot of 1-0s. So on table 1, Georgios has been able to get a first game point for Greece there. Then on table 3, Adan Lasheras getting a point for Chile and King Mauri as well on table 4. And finally on table 5, Andreas Karagianopoulos with a point for Greece. So as of right now, it is really tight match so far. Let us indeed take a look at HT Bry and Andreas. See where we are going. So two rather strong experts. 91 versus 67 on the scoreboard, looking great for the Chilean on the scoreboard. But how about the actual board? There is, how's the field? The upper field belonging to red at the moment, and this middle field here is tied. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 extra points for the upper field for Andreas. So 91, so 24 plus 27, 33, 40, 44, 43, 41. Yeah, it does not look great for Andreas actually. He's like minus 29 or so. But is there a starting tile remaining? There's 1, there is 2, there is 3. There is indeed a starting tile remaining in the deck, which is going to be massive points for Andreas if he gets that. It would be 12, 16, 19, 22, 25, 27 points for a starting tile. Holy, that is big. Well, maybe, is this a move for HT? Just go here and meeple the field? The question is, what are the remaining tiles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No regular curves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No triple cities, no quad city. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No Doritos. There is... Oh, there is a divider. There is a divider. No, there isn't a divider. No, there isn't. Never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No crossroads. What on earth is there remaining? A straight road, seemingly, and another straight road. And also, Andreas is gonna get the starting tile. Also, him actually... Wow, a huge miss actually by Andreas. So, not noticing that there weren't actually any tiles to fit into the square anyway, and thus missing out on 4 points. Yeah, missing out on 4 points, which is potentially kind of big. And it would have been indeed kind of big. It would have decreased the final point difference to only being 1 point, but still would not have been enough for Andreas. And we are gonna go to a decider on table 5. Splendid stuff. And we shall indeed actually stick around for it. And the Chilean player is getting the starting player advantage here with the best with the best starting player tile being the extender with a shield. Andreas is going to respond by taking, I want to say, a 2-point road, but might also be enticed to take just a city because it has the shield in it. Oh, oh. Or he can be enticed to add it to your opponent's city, which I am absolutely not a fan at all. Uh, well, there can be a disastrous scenario for HT if he gets both of these meeples trapped, but like most often actually he does not. Like most often, like something is gonna get to this square. Drum rolls, and it does. Yeah, this is why you don't add stuff to your opponent's city immediately, especially like shielded tiles. Like that was just 4 points donated to your opponents. Really bad. Really bad. And now we are immediately in a major disadvantage. 14-2, and also our opponent having a longer part of the road. Also a early field. Not sure if I am all convinced that it is worth to take, but let's see how it evolves. There are a lot of green squares, so there is some room to build. And well, if you keep getting just the spot on tiles, then sure, why not? Um, not it wouldn't really have been problematic if Andreas had just if Andreas had just taken 3 points over here, because he needed like different types of tiles than here and here, so that would be fine. So city tiles with road over here and city tiles with field over here. And usually when you want to diversify the tiles that you need to different places, then that's all good. Wow, these players do really like to do blocking with triple cities with a road, with a shield. Both players doing the sort of the exact same thing. We'll see if Andreas goes for a effort to finish the city, and I think he should do that, and he does. So only one city cap away from finishing this 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16-point city, which looks to be all okay. And HT not even going for the blocking attempt, which I want to say is somewhat surprising even. Only leaving 2 tiles instead of, well, all the other city caps that now at the moment exist there would be pretty solid way to do things, I guess. But I guess he wants to attack there rather. Let's see if he will be successful. Well, 4 points should go to the scoreboard of HT, leaving only 1 dagger here remaining to unify the roads. And a city cap is also drawn by Andreas, so that is great news for him. A splitter for HT. I mean, there's a very natural move. Going over here, starting a new city, then completing that one, dropping another farmer most likely. Also, I don't like this move here by Andreas at all. I think it was like much more efficient to go on the top side and simply give 2 extra points to your monasteries and no extra points to the monastery of HT. And like now you see that this monastery, like it really does not have to fill any of these squares, because this one is just a shared square with this monastery. It is like common interest, so really no interest of anyone's. And then this one is a shared square with 1 green monastery versus 2 red monasteries. So this is really just on red to fill up this square, which is also not in interest of green, of course, and it also is gonna likely cause uh, some value loss and maybe even straight up issues for Andreas. So you should really always avoid having 2 of your monasteries like kind of entangled with one of your opponent's monastery. Like just go for straight up stacking if you can. It's the most efficient thing to do. And efficiency is the best thing in Carcassonne. So 33 to 24 HT, and looking at a 9-point field here. What? That? This is extra. This is so much extra, man. I can understand a Ukrainian technique with a city, but with a 2-point road, that is this is never working. Like even if red would have to place a a field crossroad here, I think red would still be making that move because it always gives 1 point extra to red, and it most likely also gives the meeple back for both. Like a road as Ukrainian technique is not a good idea. The cities are, specifically because they score double the points per tile. And it is then way more of an actual think for your opponent whether they want to add tiles to your city, and maybe even in some cases actually finish them, or at least allow them or at least allow them to be finished. But roads, absolutely not. Don't do that. Andreas, unafraid of getting his meeple trapped to the road, takes the 4 points, and well, he does have a nice road monastery spot there, so might as well make it more lucrative, as well as of course takes the 4 points. 4 points is always nice. Also did have the potential to maybe attack the city over here, which looks to be somewhat menacing, with a lot of Doritos still in the deck, actually 7 of them still in the deck, no 6. So the future prospects of the city are looking kind of fantastic. HT with a straight road. I mean, surely he will actually want to try and strengthen his field at some point soon. But it's not entirely certain that like when it should be made. Because all the attacking opportunities to the field are not that great. Like this one, only one regular monastery is remaining in the deck. Then if you go here, it can get restricted to the one road monastery. Maybe you don't win that coin flip, and then your field meeple is stuck to 3 points. Actually, here would actually not even be that bad, because you have 2 ways of connecting to the field. But so wherever that second farmer lands for green, he definitely wants it to eventually connect to the field. And I want to say that the priority spot for either player to attack the field is going to be from here, because this will likely come with a secure 6-point field, and it's going to then make full use out of this 9-point monastery spot, or well, technically 8 points as of right now, but like really easy to complete. And whoever gets the regular monastery, I mean, I have no doubt at all that this monastery will be placed over here. HT getting 4 points, but there is now a real nice attacking platform to the field through a curve or then through a road tile. This is extra. This road is definitely extra for Andreas. I don't think it's really good. It's only 2 points, and it's going to take some tiles to complete. For 5 points, I mean, the amount of tiles he's going to invest in it is, I would say, not really going to be worth for the meeple. Also, instead of taking the meeple back straight up, HT decides to go for the second farmer, which makes sense. Trying to secure the field and being up 3 points, having 2 8-point monasteries, having this potential city slash ruin here. The future prospects of green are looking absolutely fabulous. Also draws the road monastery, so looking even more fabulous right now. And for red, not so much actually. So plus 12 for green. These monasteries here are equal. Plus 9, plus 6, plus 11, 19, 24, and this entire field is controlled by green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even if red were to get 3 meeples on that field, it miraculously still would not be enough to surpass the Chilean in points, which is quite astonishing actually. So HT does not have to really think about this field almost at all. There are now also no tiles remaining in the square, so an efficient way of attacking to the field via the dagger is no longer existing, whereas an efficient way of attacking to the field might be existing through here, and looks like it is. There is still a dagger to fit into this square. And it also just straight up takes 6 points. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine. The final curve could block this connection over here if he wants to. Then maybe even this connection if he wants to. Actually, he can. He can connect. He can block this connection here. There would be no daggers, no crossroads to go here, and no regular curves. So I mean, this connection from both sides is like entirely blockable. And I think it's in the best interest of HT to actually go for it. Just to like be able to get away the stress. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was more important to block this connection or this connection. I'm not sure to which there were more tiles remaining, but seemingly the Chilean decided that this one was the way to go. And now with the third one we go, and we unfortunately in the process give 12 pointers to HT, and this is this is entirely over. This is over. There is absolutely nothing that Andreas can do anymore. Um, there is no survival of this 12-point city, even if we were to overrun the field, which we might not even do. And HT definitely smiling behind the screen here. We can't even actually take points anywhere with city tiles, which is quite saddening. HT will just go over here, take a 6-point ruin, because that's the most he can get. And do we get the connection? We don't. And I believe there's a dagger to fit for HT, and HT will even get the field in its entirety. Wow, that is demoralizing. That is demoralizing for Andreas. But uh, risks had to be taken, and risks certainly were taken. But it is going to be a massive, massive point difference for green. Upwards of like 60 points, which is going to be an insane number. A 24-point field, and would you look at this? Yeah, 67-point difference over just slightly under double the points than his opponent. Ooh, that is an attempted murder here, right? An attempted murder right here. And Chile gets the first match point. And let's check on the other tables how we are doing. So currently no other, well, I believe no other updates. So let's take a look at table number 4. Well, we do have updates, but the technology is not working. So we'll have to update the things uh, in a more manual way. So we have a Chilean win on table number 4. And then let's take a look at table number 3 with Adam Lacheras, who also, which is also finished, kinda indicating a 2-0 win. But let's see what the actual results say. If BGA decides to be cooperative. Huh. Or if it decides not to be. Okay. It is not indeed a 2-0, but it is a 2-1. Just 5 minutes ago, has Adam Lacheras been able to secure a 2-1 win on table 3 and thus putting a third point to the match scoreboard for Chile. And then we shall return back to the start table here of Horim and Pantelis. Wow, it is working really slow now. Really slow. Wait, no we don't. So vainiria has been able to also deliver a win on table 2 with 2-0 against the uh, double world champion Pantelis, and Chile moving into a 4-0 lead here. And then let's see if the Greek captain has been able to put some spice on the wheels. Well, seemingly so. Georgios has been able to do his captain duties very nicely and is taking a dual win for Greece, but at what cost? As the rest of the tables fall before the might of Chile. And it is going to be a sweet win for Chile to start off the season 6 of the World Team Carcassonne Online Championships, and they are going to be getting a nice moral boost for the rest of the tournament. And the Greek will stay at 1 win, Chile going 2-1 and with 4-1 tiebreakers very nicely. They will actually be getting 8-4 in games, so they will be still slightly behind Colombia, moving on to the second place here. But after only one game, the situations can and will very likely change all over the board. Fantastic stuff. A really high level match. I believe not many players under the expert level. Actually, we can also check that. And yeah, Chilean fans should be uh, pretty grateful of their team having a stacked roster of full of 500 and 600 players. Greek also having a very strong lineup. Only one player under 500 on table for the Team V, Dimitris Ventouris, but he was also able to most likely put some resistance against King Mauri despite the result of 2-0. Congratulations to Chile and best of luck for Greece for your remaining 2 matches in the upcoming weeks. We'll see how Group D forms up to be at the end of the group stage. And that is the point where we are going to be then looking for the remaining matches today, which is actually only the Mexico-Portugal. For some reason, the .gg page has not really been updating, so we don't know the situation with Latvia Taiwan, but I'm sure if you simply check the individual players one by one, then everyone can find that out. Mexico Portugal, I think we will be uh, we will be streaming that despite already having 2 other streams, but I reckon the more the more it gets streamed, the more um, learning material and useful moments there will be for both the players of Mexico and Portugal, and maybe even some additional funny moments if we decide to blunder again as the host. So I will be making an announcement on the Mexico-Portugal match soon enough, so stay tuned for that. But that is where we are going to be finishing up this stream. Thank you all for joining, and thank you all for sticking all the way until the end. If you do enjoy this kind of Carcassonne content, then there is an easy way to support the channel by subscribing on the channel and liking the stream in question. I will be seeing you later this evening with the final match of Saturday of Mexico, Portugal. Bye for now.